It says, "Now the purpose of the commandment is love, from a pure heart, from a good conscience, and from sincere faith, from which some, having strayed, have turned aside to idle talk." First letter right there in Timothy, chapter 4, verse 2. Look at what it says. He who loses his clear conscience. Speaking lies in hypocrisy, having their own conscience seared with a hot iron, the conscience gets seared. If you do not apply the gospel of grace to your conscience becomes seared. And a seared conscience, it is a conscience that can no longer hear. God can no longer deal with you. You do not listen. Christ's mind in you cannot activate. It is cauterized. Can't you see they gave you back your innocence and you still act like you're guilty? You act like you are still in sin. Sometimes I find myself thinking that the people listening to me on the radio, they seem to like it and yet they don't. And for now, yes, yes, and no, no, they are quite afraid to take the leap you took. Look at how hard you fought to get here. And you arrive and say, "Oh, Father, is this right? Is this wrong?" And it is because of your conscience. Because if it gets seared, you have to clean your conscience of dead works. Throw out all those dead works and say, "I am blessed. I am reigning in life. Christ died and restored my innocence. My spirit remains in a perfect state, even though my flesh speaks and various thoughts arrive, but I will not heed my flesh. I am going to pay attention to my position, because that is why He died. He did not die to be a show on the cross. He died for something significant. He died for you, to bring you to a clean conscience, to restore the kingdom of heaven unto you, so that you may walk here upon this earth, so that you learn how to fight and how to conduct yourself in this life." See what chapter 1, verse 19 says. Right there in Timothy. Verse 19. Having faith and a good what? Paul always says, look, it's not just about faith and a clear conscience. Don't let the idea that you're living in sin get into your head. If it enters your conscience, that you are in sin, you no longer have a pure conscience. Now you have a conscience in guilt and it begins to sear. So those pastors have seared consciences. The law neutralized them. They are in neutral and they give it gas and they do not know why the car does not move. They have been in church 20 years, swearing the car is fine, but they never move. They are in neutral. They go neither forward nor backward. They are neutralized, seared. Don't you see that Christ's sacrifice is of no benefit to them? Because Christ died precisely to restore your life, to give you back peace, tranquility, joy, a clear conscience, so you may look upon God. To speak with a clear conscience, Abba, Father. He died for that.